Hello guys, we're here to talk about the October 12th patch notes. Again, I want to apologize for the quality of my recent videos. It's because I can't use the emulator, and I'm still looking into a way to make better videos and go back to slowly making guides. So let's get started. First of all, a shout out to Delarios just for always throwing it up and being the admin of the thing and being chill. Now, let's get started. First, Light finally got a really nice backliner, because let's be honest, except for Cheetos, and that's on top of it a mono player, they were pretty bad. Okay, I do love Leia and Virgil, but that's more my thing. More people just like Virgil. So, let's get started. First of all, my question is who the hell writes the names? Because Huyan Ron the Shaman, I'm like, didn't you just call it the Shaman? Or no, that was too much, right? Anyway, her A skill, increased reflex and life of the Light and Andor players. It's basically Milky Way Ace all over again. I guess if when she gets EE, it's her Milky Way could be fine, but I don't know why you wouldn't have Milky Way. I guess if you want to go to some form of a Renee, Elaine, William front, it could make sense. Okay. T, active, rule of protection, increase the critical damage resistance of the allied team by 40% for 16 minutes. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. That's a nice reduction. I want to point out it's not the critical resistance, it's critical damage resistance. So for a lot of people who just don't care about critical resistance, this could be really cool for us, and I'm one of these people. So it's kind of cool. It's gonna be usually buffed to 50%. It's not a bad active. I'm gonna say it's pretty cool. Stream of life, increase max hype within the position by 50%. Yes, you read that correctly. No, BB is not shitting us. They actually did it. They actually gave us a buff that was that OP. How to say this nicely? I'm down for that. Personally, I don't know if I'll use her, but that right there, that is some beautiful buffing if you have a goalkeeper that heals. And I'm 95% sure that in every line using Angela, she's magically gonna appear. Soul Glider, recover 30% spirit with an ally within the position falls under an ability effect. I don't like this skill because since she's a backliner, that kind of means that your backline's dying. So if my backline's dying, I'm not that happy that I'm getting spirit for the dying. The only place I'm happy for that is in COD, when my point is for my Metatron to be shot at, because she technically dies before reviving people. But that's not worth generating spirit on. Passive free, Yudin's Blessing, decrease the damage allies within the position received by 7% for each player within the team under the ability effect. Now this is a very high level double-edged blade, because on one side you get some really nice DR, but on the other side, if you have any team revivers, you've just lost the whole advantage of this. And when I'm talking about team revivers, I'm talking about any form of big active healing, first of all, but any other small thing, like a center mid Metatron. Basically, they can wreck your front line, they wreck your mid line, and basically you only get Metatron's buff when you're doing this. If you have Black Ivy, if you have anyone who's going to revive your entire team, you shouldn't get her, because you've lost the value of 2 of her 4 skills. Now, is she bad? No, I wouldn't really say she's bad. I'm going to say she's pretty good, but it depends on the situation. And I think, honestly, she has the best value in teams who lack legends. Especially if you don't have Metatron, that's where she's going to really shine. So that's why I'm not really sure I might even use her. Now, let's talk about Lord Van, who got an EE. His passive skills will be replaced. I thought they stopped doing that, but that's fine. Increased attack power, critical damage. With a shot. Now that was changed though to allies within the position, and another 5%. I'm gonna say this is not bad. This is not bad. I do feel he needed a different kind of buff, but I'm gonna say this is the best they're gonna get from BB, so they should sadly be happy with it. The stats of the Evolved Van turn out to be higher than intended and will be adjusted, so I don't know if that means that the EE stats will be the current stats or something, but I have a bad feeling for the poor Van users. Because I do gotta agree he has some decent stats. Now, for sure, this is just a really cool buff. Personally, I'm really not a fan of the art. I prefer her to other skins, but on a skill level, what she gets is pretty cool. So, her wrist fill decreases the enemy's critical resistance by 10%. For 5 minutes of a chance, whenever enemies within the position make an action. And here she's going to have decreased defense and critical resistance. This is a little defense that was added, and they added 10 more percent when they make an action. Again, the 5 minute cap is still there, so it's kind of conditional, but it's still pretty nice. And the defense will highly reduce the chance of co-op defense. Now, new premium skins will be added to the game. You can take a look at the new skins at the shop. Jacob, Griffith, I don't even know. Warrior Vert. Yeah, that's actually something I'm interested in. And again, as you know, I'm light dark, so that's like kind of the only skin that matters to me. I'll be getting this one very soon. Cowgirl Silk. I know a lot of people don't like her base skins. I don't know if this is the solution, but for any of you, it's up to you. It is going to be free in an event, so that's even cooler. Some of the evolved version of Selena and Eve will be modified. I don't own them. I don't care that much. Okay, well that's basically done. I can't even really tell what the differences are. So, I think I own her. That's all. Okay, blah blah blah. Halloween changes. Blah blah blah. They're just playing with the skins. Now, one thing that triggered me when I saw the patch notes. And no, it's not Vanny E because I don't like Thunder, or the fact that under here there are some more Thunder buffs. That the boss jury will now have 4 exclusive minions. What does this mean for us? This means it's not the androids, the almighty androids that we love. So yes, I'm extremely sad because the androids are the best minions in the game. So they look like rice cookers. I mean, the art's really funny, but what do they give? That's kind of what I wanted to know. So I guess once again, BP is giving us patch notes where we don't know what they do. I want to just hint you back to the last 2 weeks patch notes when they talked to us about some leaked reward changes. Yet we're only going to be seeing those in now only a month. Thank you, BB, for never actually telling us what your patches do. Now, on the draw level, there's Kyoko, Andor, Van Thunder, Silkwormwind, Hyung Ran the Shaman, I can't pronounce that, Lucid, Duran, Felix. Now, who should actually draw that week? First of all, I would say Thunders could draw because Felix is the new legend, so there's no big loss in this. If you're Rainbow or Endgame and you just want Kyoka just to buff your... I forgot the name of the Andor Striker that's the most popular for COD. You can use her, she's at the chains. Silk is always a great addition, but she's not worth scouting for. Lucid is the same. Duran, now everyone can buy him, but I mean, if you feel that you got that luck, I wouldn't really advise it, but you can. And then you got Hyunran, the Shaman. Especially Rainbow players or Light players should actually draw. So basically, this is a week where Light players, Andor players, if they really want to, and Thunder players should be drawing. Anyone else shouldn't really be drawing. Now, the following week, we have Jacob. Don't draw it. He's in Scout, and he's not even that much worth it. Griffith, even less worth it. Jade Rasa, I'm not that familiar with her since she's kind of new. I'm pretty sure she's still in the new line, so you could draw if you specifically want her. Virgil and Shura, well, both of them are like OPS beep. I know, I run Virgil. I know Shura, her skills just got even buffed. Nothing wrong with the both of them. William Andor or Von Chi. So basically, if you really want a legendary striker, this is the week for you. These are the 2 best ones. So I would really say this is for legendary drawing, and all the other ones don't have that big of a value. In the sense, I would just say scout them and don't actually spend crystals on this. Now they're talking to us about the boss match jury has been added. So we know she's coming. I'm just going to MSUP her for some COD trials and COT, but I mean, that's kind of my thing. The minions have been changed. This is what triggered me. Super boss match against Aslan has been added to the game. Murito will be announced for a separate notice. This means now they're actually adding it. I kind of have a feeling she was already added, but I guess it's maybe me just imagining that she did. It's fine. I'm ready to get her. If I was able to get every other one using my light dark team and even the Thunder one, I don't feel it's going to be a problem. With the new season, Colosseum Trial, I'll post in Trial 4 before blah blah blah. I'm going to say, did anyone use that forum? Again, that forum is really bad and toxic. You shouldn't be using it. Use the unofficial one. Yes, I'm sorry to trash on BB, but let's be honest. There's so much toxicity on that one. Balancing. So they gave a nice buff to Thunder goalkeepers. So Raclet's active got upgrade from critical resistance multiplier all the way to 35. I don't know if that's really worth mentioning, but I guess it's fine. Some small buffs got added. Defense matrix, attack power critical resistance to max type to critical resistance, build up, attack power max type critical resistance, max type critical resistance. I want to say this is some Thunder skills, but again, I'm not very familiar with them, so I can't really tell you who uses them. Now, Robin specifically, this is something I'm not so happy about. Recover high by blah blah percent when attacked for 20 minutes. Decrease incoming damage and recover high for 20 minutes. The only reason I don't like this is very simple. It's because of COD. Now, honestly, I don't actually care that they buffed Robin, and Robin needs a buff in PvP. But in COD, when you're meeting him in the top floors, this is just going to be a pain to deal with, because already he's Thunder, so he gets some bonus DR from my Vonchi. Now, the passive skill effect, Penetrating Fear and Penetrating Fear has been changed. Decrease the attack power by 20 to 30%, stage to 50% within the position. I have a big feeling that this is a Vivid Fear buff, but I'm again not sure who runs these skills. The skill effect, Physical Training, has been changed. Increase max height by 20% and increase the inflicted damage by 20%. I don't think anyone else except the special bosses, but okay, again. And the effect of the Extreme Evolution passive, Anti-Crisis, has been changed. Increase the critical resistance by 30% and the critical damage resistance by 50% when being shot at. Again, it would have been nice if they said who these skills apply to, because I don't actually know when any of these are. I can only guess that Penetrating Fear is Vivid Fear. Now, some basic fixes have been done. The only really important one is that they're fixing Edward. Except for that, there's no big issues that were really fixed up. And except for that, the rest seems pretty standard. So just a bunch of fixes. If you want, you can go down in detail. And fixing definition of the image. So basically, they're finally fixing the art in Milky Way. Through I use a custom skin where the definition looks perfectly fine. But that's just a detail. So I hope this helps you understand exactly what's new in the patch, when you need to draw. And again, if you have any questions, comment right down below, and have a good day.